Okay, so it's time to make pickles. So we got to get all of these out of this fridge and to the counter and see which ones are good. So let's do it.
Take like 2 hours.
2 hours? All right, ready, set, go. Okay, so I'm sanitizing my jars. These are brand new, but after I finish sanitizing them, I'm gonna sanitize the lids real quick. These ones are already sanitized. I have my vinegar, I have my mixes, and we're about to bring out all the cucumbers. Okay, here's our pile of pickles. The kid said that's all the pickles we had. And sanitize the lids. So now we're gonna make the brine, and then it has to cool off. And so while the brine cools off, we are going to wash and slice these cucumbers. Let's go.
You have to use soap in, you know.
No, you don't. We're not using soap, just water. Keep it over the sink so you don't get a wet floor. Abe's face, hilarious. So I am mixing up the brine, I guess. So it was just the vinegar and the mix and water, and follow the correct instructions on the package. And that's just going to bring to a boil and then let it cool off. We're going to be slicing all these cucumbers. So I'm starting with this size because I feel like this is the best. So I've gathered all these size cucumbers. And this is where we're at right now. Some spears. My daughter said she wanted spears. And then I've done some thinner slice, like for hamburgers, and then some little thicker. So for the most part, I'm cutting them about that thick. And I still have a lot to go, and I have my brine cooling in the fridge. And I have this heated up pretty hot. I got it to boiling, but I'm not ready, so I just covered it and turned it off. Ooh, that smells strong. So I've got my brine cooling off in this extra fridge that we are so lucky to use. But it's not cooling very quickly, so I'm gonna have to wait a while before I can these. 7 hours later. Just kidding, this is what I'm working with. It was a lot of cutting, and I just wanted to kind of show you the different sizes that I did. And right now this is boiling for the bath, and then I actually put a little bit of ice in this because it wasn't quite cool, but oh, now it's nice and cool. So I'll probably put some ice in the other one, and we're gonna go ahead and cover these with the liquid and put them in the bath. So just to give you a closer look, I'm excited about these ones because it's like a full size pickle spear, so that's different. And then a bunch of different. Something that I did learn also is that I didn't do last time was tightly pack the jars. So I really, you know, as I put them in there, shook them down and then pressed them in their different areas. Maximize your space, and I think that's going to help with crunch. I'm not sure. So yummy, can't wait. And I left some head space because you're supposed to leave a ½ inch of head space, so you don't want, yeah, so we'll see. Okay, here we go. And when I didn't leave the head space the last time, I had a jar explode, so that's probably why you're supposed to do that. So I am covering it for a little while. I turned it down from super high. It's probably on medium high, but I'm just keeping it covered, and 10 minutes in the canner bath. Okay, so this batch came out, and you're supposed to, in the instructions, leave it in there and let the water cool down, but I have more pickles in there, so I'm gonna give them 10 minutes in there, and you can see the color change already. And then over here, these are waiting to go, and I had extra juice, so I actually made some pickled okra because I had some okra that I had picked. So that's so cute, and I've had it before, but I've never pickled my own okra, so there we go. So we'll have one more bath to go, and then we'll be done, and then they sit for 24 hours before we can try them. Yay! And I just wanted to add for the last part, I can leave them in the bath, so I am going to leave them in the bath, and I'm going to carefully move these to somewhere where they can set for 24 hours before I put them in the cabinet. Alright, I'll let you know how they taste. Alright, so the pickles are finished, and I wanted to update you on that. So I had a few jars that we opened and we tried, and I want you to know my mistake, I think, was not letting them sit in the canning bath long enough. They're looking pretty good. The reason I say that is because the ones on the top weren't covered by liquid, so maybe, but they look pretty good. See if you can see that. I think time is going to help them, and some of them did not seal, so that's why I know that they didn't go in the canning bath long enough. So it's just these 4 that didn't seal. The rest of them are sealed. Did that okra, that's looking pretty cool. It wasn't a full jar, but I'm excited to try that. So yeah, 1, 2, 8 of them sealed, so those will go in the cabinet, and then the others will go in the fridge, and we'll have to eat those sooner. They just won't keep as long since they're not sealed, but they'll still be pretty good. Alright, and that's the pickle update. Thank you so much for watching, and happy pickle making.